Hello everyone and welcome back for some more Slice and Dice. I think we need to give hard mode another chance here after failing, I don't remember what floor we failed on, but losing that last run. By the way, I did take another look at that run there, and that was a few days ago when I looked at it. I don't know if I would have really played any moves that we did during that fight differently. We got a little unlucky with rolling poorly on our gray for defense. I think our mistakes actually probably landed there were prior to that fight, like the character choices we took and the items we took. In particular, I know I chose like the whirl and said this probably isn't the best choice, but it's a fun choice or whatever. So stuff like that may have cost us that run. I'm not gonna read too much into it, though. Stuff happens. And let's just run another one. Let me turn this music down a tiny bit. It might be a bit loud. Alright, let's do that. Alright, we already did start damage, so let's do something different. Let's do tough monsters. So all enemies have 120% base max HP. Alright. Starting squad is always the same here, so... Oh, it's actually weird not having damage to start. I always take that one when I play on unfair mode. I'm not used to having 2 rerolls either. Guess I will not reroll that then. Let's kill this witch first. If she continues to poison us, we are going to be in deep trouble. Yeah, she's doing 4 damage a turn. No, 4 damage the first turn, 2 extra damage. Having this guy be poisoned for 2 is like having another enemy on the field. Just kind of nuts. Let's see here. Let's reroll these. Oof. 2 damage and burst kills this witch for sure, which saves a lot of hassle here. So let's go ahead and do that. I could also slice, which is 2 damage for 3 mana instead of 2 damage for 2 mana, so we're not going to slice. I'll go ahead and take all the mana, we'll take that roll. Does this kill? I'm not going to do the math, but this is a ton of damage. Yeah, we could have overkilled by like 3 damage. Alright, our first big decision here. We can upgrade our defender to the bard or the alkalite to the druid. We took the druid last time, didn't we? No, we had the herbalist, which had that vines attack. So the druid has 2 mana sides, a heal through with cleanse. Cleanse is really, really good in this game. I'm not really into the growth and the shield, or the growth attack and shield. I'd rather have more heals and mana personally. She also has balance here. 1 damage to all enemies and heal 1 to all allies. This essentially fully replaces Slice, because it's the same mana cost but it also heals us. And it literally replaces our Acolyte heal here, Restore, which heals 1 to all allies for 2 mana, which is really good. If we want that effect, we have to pay 3 now, but we do get the bonus damage to enemies. I never know what to think about the druid. I guess you're mostly looking for mana to cast this balance, and then you can cleanse sometimes. These are useful, but in a lot of fights, especially when this isn't your primary thing, you don't have like a lot of time to grow these sides. I like the bard quite a bit too, to be honest, even though I hear that they're not a very popular pick. You can get a lot of value out of this shield 1 to all allies. And There is a item that gives +2 to this side plus pain, which is really, really good with the bard because then it shields everyone except for the bard for 3 is how it ends up working. 2 3 damage size is nice. I like the extra mana and or 3 shield size I should say, and the reroll is fine. I don't know how they stack up against other characters. Gross. The Guardian's my second most chosen here. My stats are kind of screwed up because I've been playing on my phone and my computer here. And actually, these stats are going to be very different, I think, than what they were on my PC for the last video because I somehow transferred my phone to this. I've learned that the transfer thing is buggy. It warns you, but it like somehow like overwrote my PC progress. What happened is I transferred my PC progress to my phone once, and then I was going to be away from my computer for a few days recently. So I tried to transfer my computer to my phone, which didn't work and I didn't realize it. And then I transferred my phone back to my computer. So I basically just erased a bunch of progress that was on my computer. Which is fine. I like this warden a lot. I like the monk quite a bit. Cleric is good. There's actually a lot of nice grays. Cleric is alright, I guess. The cleanse and these are decent. There's a lot of good reds here too. I don't really know what we want here. This is really good in this fight in particular because we're probably going to be using Slice a bit. Let's go ahead and check out the Druid. I don't really have any basis for why I like that over the Bard. I feel like those are pretty even picks. I think the Druid is who I'm less familiar with, so I want to take them just to learn how they play a little bit better. Alright, let's take a lot of mana here. Although, slicing or balancing on the first turn doesn't do much for us. It doesn't heal us at least. This kills something. We can actually kill the rat that's hurting our defender. Actually, I can kill 2 rats with this because I can burst twice as well. Let's go ahead and do that. Kill you from attacking our red. Was I supposed to slice? Hang on. Slice won't allow me to kill the second rat. I'll just do more damage overall. I'm actually looking to remove them from the board though, because it essentially blocks for us by reducing their damage. Reducing the numbers makes the rest of the fight significantly more manageable, even if it doesn't do as much damage and it's not overall as efficient overall. Free heal looks pretty good there. Another rat. Doesn't really matter which archer we attack. Heal the adept. Alright, that's lethal. choose an item. Caster Root or Change of Heart. Replace all healing sides with shield sides, retaining their original value and keywords. I need to go through like all of the classes at some point to see like what this really works well on. And something I like a lot is items that work well on tier 2 and tier 3 heroes that you can get early on. Because some of these have like no value beyond the first few floors. This probably has some okay uses. Although honestly, this just changes healing to shielding basically. Which means it prevents damage instead of restoring health, and each one of those has their own advantages. Caster Root. Blank sides become heal. Heal 1. I like throwing that on the Adept, and it has some value later on as well. Let's just go ahead and take that. It means that even when you miss, you can do something somewhat useful. Roll for a shield here. Go ahead and cast Burst to finish off that rat. I wonder if I should have just kept the extra damage on that defender. Not sure what was the right choice there. Definitely looking for some damage here. Wow, you can do a lot with burst when you're not playing with expensive spells, which I'm used to playing on normally. Alright, we can choose between the Berserker and the Cleric. I like how the Berserker can do 4 damage with these pain sides. Well, I do find that taking 4 damage constantly with the Berserker, it becomes a little unmanageable. It's like having another enemy attacking you every turn that you use that. Where it pays off is by killing enemies faster. And then you're preventing damage by doing that. I'm gonna try the Cleric. They're another one that I don't have a lot of experience with. I think the Berserker may be the better option here overall, but I want to just give the Cleric a try. We don't change our caster route here, I don't think. Maybe the Cleric isn't that good, because these are basically miss sides to me. I don't know, 1 mana is not that bad. Maybe the Cleric isn't that great, I guess we'll find out. Alright, we're at our first boss fight here, the Alpha Wolf. And he's choosing to summon some wolves right now. Is everyone trying to block right now? We're hardly taking damage. Let's chunk down this wolf. If I burst you, I prevent 3 damage. May as well. Could have saved. Oh, you know what I should have done? I should have balanced next turn, which would have healed that 3 anyways, and done damage to that both wolves and the alpha. I think that was a slightly better play. Although he still would have had to put an attack into the other wolf because he still would have been alive with 1 hit point. Do I want to block for 2 or do I want to get more mana? I guess we'll block for 2. guess we're gonna kill this wolf. Actually, I can save that. Same situation. Not really. It's not the same situation at all. It's like we can cast this now and kill this wolf, or we can cast it later and heal the damage he does and kill him. Or I can kill him with burst. Shield the warrior since they have the least health. I find not having a bunch of enemies on, or a bunch of your guys dying every turn is pretty good. So if I can keep him at 5 health instead of 3, seems pretty good to me. I think we just take this shield again. Actually, we can roll for better shields. I'm gonna start taking this growth side because we don't need a lot of healing or mana right now. This is the kind of fight where those can actually come into handy if you end up hitting them a lot. Alright, and those are fantastic rolls there. Who do we want to heal? The druid topped off. Oh, picked poorly. The cleric would not be dying if I healed them. We need to burst block for you. Put 2 more damage on the alpha instead of blocking the cleric. I think I'm taking this just for the heals. You have 7 health left. We might be able to kill if I get you to roll mana. Let's see if we can aim for that. Looks like we're there, actually. Cool. Clean fight. Upon death, +2 mana, or replace the right side with +2 max HP. I'm a huge fan of this because I don't have characters die that often. But it's nice because it helps offset when characters do die. Sometimes you need a little boost and that helps. It's almost like giving you like 1 extra turn from them. Like this is literally the best side we can roll with the adept, is +2 mana. Let's go ahead and just take Blessed Water. I'll throw that on the druid, why not? I'm gonna throw it on you. I feel like we're more likely to reroll on you. That's not true. We're pretty likely to reroll with both of these characters. Maybe even more likely to reroll with the druid because I reroll these growth sides a lot. This could also go on the thief and not be too bad. Let me feel a bit better about being greedy on rerolling these 1 damage. Let's do that. Alright, we have these snakes which can apply lots of poison to us. I did get a cleanse. We have 2 characters that cleanse actually, which is pretty nice. Let's get greedy. Yeah, we'll slice here, why not? Instead of bursting down the snake. keep you topped off since you're taking that poison. So a guaranteed balance here, which is going to kill the 2 archers. And with this, kills this snake. So all we have to deal with is this snake, who's attacking our blue. I think we want to look for a cleanse side here. I don't want to reroll the druid for cleanse. Actually, once this snake dies, they're mostly okay. A shield here would save them as well. Go ahead and take that. Alright, clean fight. So I saw a discussion on the Slice and Dice Discord where people were ranking the tier 2 oranges, and a lot of people had the Spellblade as like the number 1. And I like don't like the Spellblade at all, so I don't know what I'm missing. This data literally says I've never chosen them. I do play on expensive spells a lot, so 1 mana isn't that useful. But even like if we look at like the most fundamental spell like Burst, then 1 mana is kind of like 1 damage or 1 block. So this is kind of like a 2 damage spell. This is like a 1 damage spell in a way, or a side. This only does 2 damage situationally. Just 1 poison. They have this imbue. Target ally gains +1 to all damage sides this turn. Single cast. So if you cast this on yourself, then you can get 4 damage out of this. 2 poison. 2 damage, 2 mana. That's only once per battle, once per fight. I'm looking at it again. I'm not sold on this Spellblade. With that said, I'm not a huge fan of the Gladiator either. Now the Spellblade's actually pretty decent in this fight because we want to use our balance spell to damage all of our enemies, I think. So this 1 mana is basically like 2 damage now if you're using 3 mana on a spell to deal 1 damage to 6 enemies. I can't do it. The Spellblade looks bad to me. And I don't want to keep... That would be the 3rd time I've taken someone just because I don't play them much. Which feels like a potential recipe for losing again. Now, one consideration to upgrading to the Spellblade is how many hit points do they have? 7. I think this is where we can end up fighting the Slime Queen. And she has a strong flanking attacks, which hits top and bottom. So upgrading the Thief here to get more hit points on them. Because that does 4 damage. Literally one-shots us every time they use it. Might have been a decent consideration with most other factors being equal. This 4 damage might be devalued in tougher monsters, I'm not sure. It works against these rats still. I don't play tougher monsters enough to know which enemies go from 4 to 5 hit points, which that becomes a big problem with. Oh, this is showing the tougher monsters hit points already. Okay. What is this? I haven't found a monster. I must have, I used to have this. I lost that data with that progress load. So imps are 5 hit points now. Spiders are 5 hit points now. So those are 2 enemies that you can't one-shot with a 4 damage heck anymore. That makes that Berserker a lot worse. That makes this 2 damage engage a lot worse. I think these are all above 5 hit points. That makes the slates more annoying too, huh? On the tougher monsters, they have 6 damage, or 6 health instead of 5. These only take 1 damage from any source. Do I want to do anything else here? Not really. Well, the Gladiator works pretty well for this fight, if we can roll that 2 damage engage. I think I will just take this. And that, honestly. No, we don't keep that. No, that's a terrible side here. With 2 rerolls at least. All these other sides are actually pretty good in this fight, I think. And the turn we roll... Do we get triple X's here? I think we had 1 mana the first time, probably. But then we rolled 2 X's, which are hearts on this, but we actually can't even use those. Is there a particular rat we want to kill? I think we protect our adept over our thief in this matchup, so we're going to kill this rat here just to keep their health up. And I'm actually just going to block the thief anyways. I don't like them having only 1 health. That looks like a good roll for you. I want the druid to do 2 damage. In this fight, getting this growth up might not be too bad. We're probably going to cast a balance this turn, which means rolling this another time. We'll start killing rats. This is the side that we really wanted on this turn from the cleric, so that's great. Let's try and help out the druid a bit here. I actually don't think we even want to cast balance here. Actually just take out another rat. Alright, just 1 rat remains. Choose an item. Wandify, add single use and +1 to the 2 right sides, or big hammer. Replace the 2 left sides with 5 damage heavy and blank. That 5 damage heavy probably isn't awful in tougher monsters. Although if you're looking at it, there's a bunch of enemies like this quartz and this snake, which would have had 5 hit points, but now have 6. A lot of characters don't have an ability on the very right side. with that Wandify, a lot of characters have their bad side on these last two sides though. Even if one's an X, like usually this is like the side that they don't want to use it often. Having that be +1 for the times that you do roll that seems kind of decent actually. But overall, I'm not a huge fan of that. I'm just gonna take a random here, which may be a mistake. Probably is a mistake, because I think Wandify does have some value. I'm just feeling random though. Citrine Ring, improve the right side, +1. So, a lot of characters don't have a right side, but this actually pairs pretty well with some items that give them a right side, like that. I wonder if we do... something like this. Maybe to add up something big on that side. These engage sides are also quite devalued when balance is their best spell. I don't like any of these dice. I guess I could do damage to an archer to take them off the board when we cast balance if we do. I'd rather chunk down a snake or a quartz though. I think the archers are quite manageable. I think we gotta keep that. Probably this too. Not our best turn at all. I'm gonna try and chunk down this quartz before they roll the shield side. Good chance we kill them next turn. I guess we could have killed the snake fully this turn though. Unfortunately, they're only rolling 1 poison damage this time. Well, Druid, I think you're going to become a fighter this round. Let's dish out that damage. I think the value of getting a block 2 heal 2 on the cleric was too high to not reroll that. Alright, I think we need to cast balance to save our team. Take that quartz out. Actually, who are they attacking? They were attacking the cleric. So they weren't going to die anyways, but they could still stand to have more health here. I probably should have bursted the snake there actually too. Oh well, I think we'll be fine here. Dude, look at this druid. Although we actually just need 1 mana to win. And it's almost impossible that we don't roll that if I just reroll everything, so... Alright, Trapper versus Caldera. Kill an enemy with 4 hit points or less. Also devalued on tougher monsters. we are familiar with the Scald that the Caldera has. That actually works really well that we have balance on the Druid. And balance and then Scald. I like that a lot actually. For AoE. Usually the Scald replaces Slice, so you can't really use that combo. But balance has the same effect. This kill an enemy with 4 hit points or less is pretty good in this fight. Otherwise this guy doesn't do a lot of damage when they're not making use of that. Does work pretty good when we're using balance on a lot of enemies. I don't know, I'm leaning towards the Caldera. I can't tell you why. I'm just rolling with it. I think we will throw this combo on our Thief here. Since their damage contributions are becoming like less valuable. Just give them the opportunity to do something else. All right, so we can do 6 damage to someone here. I'm never sure if attacking Agnes or Gaitha is correct here. I used to attack Agnes every time because his poison can be brutal. I think I might be inclined to attack them if they're using poison on the first turn. This weaken and this 6 damage is like actually really brutal. Let's go ahead and take Gaitha out here. Wow, okay, so on tougher monsters we didn't even trip her immunity. Which means we might not be able to kill her next turn. I'm gonna burst her right now so we can kill her next turn for sure. So I don't think we have anything that could do 4 damage in 1 hit, which is what we would have needed otherwise. Cleric is getting wrecked. We're going to be able to save the Druid here. I think I'd take this to guarantee Scald. Which kills Gaitha and will do damage to someone else. We may also need balance instead of Scald, but we'll see. That's a good time to roll that. Honestly, I'll take the heart or 2 damage over this. I think I reroll that. It's hard to get much worse. I think the shield is actually even pretty good on this turn. Okay, we've been completely failed by our Cleric and Thief here. Attack Agnes so that this Scald will trigger her immunity and she can die next turn. Does leave our Cleric dead no matter what. I said leaves both of these guys dead no matter what. I think we still win with these 3 though. I don't know if there's a better line here, but I think we just take that. Just look at the turn again real quick. Otherwise I balance. burst shield someone. Like I could probably save the cleric by not triggering Agnes this turn. Maybe that's worth it. Let the thief die, save the cleric. We have 2 characters with cleanses, which means this poison isn't gonna necessarily kill you. Let's try this. Okay. I still want to get this 4 damage. I have to burst kill Gaitha and then burst heal cleric. Play it like that. I wonder if this is riskier than the other option I was just looking at though. Well, this was a good pull. That kills Agnes, although Agnes isn't really the threat right now. Because before we just had Gladiator, Druid, and Caldera and only been fighting Magrat. Which you'd basically be doing 2 damage to all of them every turn. Tough to say. What do we want to do here? Cleanse is basically required for me to save my cleric. Actually, 100% is. Or a big heal. I have to heal them for 5. Which heals like that we don't have. I feel like I need to take this just to remove Agnes this turn, even though your mana could be quite valuable. This is a pretty decent roll this turn. You're only taking 1 damage. I may as well fish for this 2 damage engage. I think if like a 33% chance or so. That's not correct. I can tell you, I actually made a table. It's a 31% chance that we land on that. So actually it's pretty close to what I said on 2 rerolls. I'm gonna fish for cleanses and that 2 damage engage. Alright, we got the cleanse. Okay, so that saves our cleric when we consider Agnes dying. This wasn't truly a 31% chance though, because I'm probably not going to reroll this now. I'm just going to take that. This block is still pretty good, because she's probably going to do 2 damage to us next turn. Block the Caldera. I'd rather try and do more damage to her. Or get that. That side's really good. So I'm going to put that on you. Go ahead and shield the cleric, because they're guaranteed to get hit by this attack. While the Caldera is only a 50-50 to get hit by it. See? Worked out great. I think I will burst you twice just to trigger that, and you're pretty much guaranteed to die next turn. Not with these rolls. Okay, that'll do it. Choose an item. Smelly manure. Growth sides increase by an additional 1 when used. That's kind of awesome with the druid. Droopy hat. +2 max HP, +2 max stored mana. I like that a lot. There are some tier 3 heroes that are pretty awesome with that growth side. Chronos with growth mana. Who else has growth in tier 3? Is that it? Curator has a growth side. Huh. It's pretty awesome with the Chronos, but that's kind of it when we're looking at tier 3. It's pretty sweet with the Druid for now. And there's something huge to be said. I think a lot of people might underrate about getting more survivability now versus planning for like a top tier team later. Particularly, he's become very good in boss fights with that. 2 stored mana gives us a lot of flexibility with her spells. Especially something like balance, where sometimes we want to wait till the next turn so more of our heroes can have damage taken. I don't know. I'm feeling the smelly manure. For some reason. I figure it might give us a much needed edge in whatever boss fight we're going to see next. This kills the quartz, which I value quite highly. So even though we could probably roll much better most of the time, I don't want to risk losing that quartz kill. Like, just having that in the bag for certain, no questions, is huge value to me. Yeah, this turn only taking 3 damage and having that quartz dead feels great. Oh, that's your poopy manure symbol, okay. This spiker should be quite manageable. I'll take 1 damage with no retaliation on my 4 max HP hero. That sounds good. Go ahead and just put 2 damage on you with burst. Oh, thief. Do we want you to have 2 damage with retaliation from spikes? Hopefully the cleric can block for you. That's all I've got to say. Well then. Oh, well, this worked out anyways, because I can actually cast balance twice here. Heals everyone for 2. Okay, that's a great pull here because you are below half health, so it's going to do 6 whopping points of damage. Yeah, let's take that so you don't kill yourself. Cool, we can actually burst for the kill there. Gambler and Dabbler. The two blurs. What a pick. Blur 1 or Blur 2. I like Dabbler a lot, and I play on fewer rerolls a lot, which makes Gambler a completely like non-viable pick. Caster Root, I like this combo. Gambler's a little better. They only have the 1-2 damage side and then a 5 damage. I will say that we don't have anything that does 4 damage here, which is going to be necessary to kill zombies, except for this. But this gets ruined by all of our AoE if we're trying to kill a zombie with it. And that's actually a good consideration, is whether you can kill zombies or not. The Druid can do it after growing this once, but that's slow as well. That's also just one side. The Dabbler, on the other hand, can heal. I guess they only do 2 damage, and then they have the 3 damage side. You know what? Let's go with the Gambler. Something like that. I tend to re-roll out with the Cleric, so let's set him up like that. I'm just kind of winging it on a lot of these choices and seeing how things go. That's kind of like the phase I am in this game, is like, oh my gosh, that Caldera's taking a lot of damage. But like the phase I'm in is just like learning by trying things. So these snipers have 4 damage eliminate, targets the enemy with the lowest hit points. Why is that targeting the Caldera? I guess it factors in that the Bones is attacking him for 4. And then it rolls for all of them. Interesting. That is a ton of damage. Well, I can delete the Bones, which saves you 4 health. I can block for 2. We need to kill a sniper. Which I can do with Bone Splash, this, and this. Alright. Maybe we block for you? Just take the big blocks? Okay. Oh shoot, he's backline. We can't attack them at all. I have really messed up here. Whoops. Well, I guess the Caldera's just gonna die then. Forgot they were back lines. It's too bad because the Caldera was actually pretty good in this fight. These are some strong rolls already. Can I just get 2 damage on you to kill this skeleton, this Bones, please? There we go. You are attacking them. Okay, so we can just do this. Everyone's cool. Forgot they were the Gambler, not the starting thief. Definitely don't want only 2 damage from the Gambler here. Or 1 damage. I guess taking that heart and healing the druid would have been good here. Get him out of 1-hit range from this sniper. But we did get this, so we'll just kill them. Choose an item. Pentagram, +1 to all sides for each defeated ally. Heart of Light. Replace the 2 right sides with heal 3 and cleanse. Where has this item been? This seems incredible. Are you kidding me? Give me that. Give me that. I throw it on you so we can get cleanses better, more often. Either you. I think it's pretty decent here as well. Let's do this actually, yeah. Like in this setup. Dumping 3 damage on those quartz right away with the Caldera seems like a pretty good option here. I don't mind blocking for the gladiator here, but I want to look for burst. Oh, we can't burst the quartz though. Alright, I'll just take this. I need to roll a damage side with you though, which I just like reduce my chances of being able to do. Okay, so that plus this kills the quartz, which means maybe I save that side and we just look for mana on you. Also, 1 damage here would have killed the quartz here, which would have made us a little more efficient. Alright, that's good because the spiker's still at full health. Yeah, I'll take 1 damage from you, even though you probably shouldn't be taking too much spike damage, just to add 1 damage for them. Probably keep that. That would have been a little bit more efficient on the gladiator. No, it would have been exactly as efficient, I guess. Alright. So we're just gonna burst you for now. Because we had overflow mana. Here, I'll do damage with you. Oops. This guy does 7 or 2 damage. I guess keeping them at 6 works, because then 2 blocks saves them from 7 damage. I think we have lethal right now. Yep. Alright, our first tier 3, we're up against the Rotten. You can choose between the Paladin and the Forsaken. I kind of like the idea of the Paladin with this thing. replace their 3 damage heavy side, which is trash. And you end up with 2 3 damage cleanses here. So they basically become cleanser with heal 3, shield 3. Which is potentially really strong in a lot of circumstances. I like that a lot. Forsaken. Bind. Target ally becomes immune to damage this turn but loses -4 max HP. That's usually pretty good on floor 20. Very situational before that. Not good at all in this fight because the Rotten reduces everyone's max HP by 1 at the end of each turn. 2 damage heal all and 2 max HP all are pretty decent and is okay. I have never been very fond of revive for some reason. I've never used it much. I don't like how it only does something if someone's dead, which is a pretty critical time to revive someone, of course. Something like really tragic to fix. Probably better on when we get 2 rerolls. Instead of, like I said, I often play with fewer rerolls, so this is kind of like an X a lot of the time, which is a lot more punishing on fewer rerolls. I'm kind of digging the paladin here, though. And I'm gonna go with this setup that we were just talking about. What do we do with you, gambler? Do we go back to this? I think we will. Cool. What is this? Gambler's Ace. I like Patterned Mana a lot, but this feels like suicide, so decline. Awesome. Let's call this here, and then next time we'll pick up and we will take on the Rotten. See you guys there.